Hi there, I'm Brian Whitmore, host of the Power Vertical podcast, and this is the Daily Vertical. So, it's all over. It's all over but the negotiations and the duplicity. It's all over but the intrigue and the infighting. It's all over but the inevitable clan warfare and the looming power struggles. When Vladimir Putin announced his intention to seek a fourth term this week, it marked the beginning of the end of the Putin era. Because sure, we could probably safely go out on a limb and predict that Putin will win re-election in March, but then what? There's a growing consensus in Moscow, aided by persistent leaks and signals from the Kremlin, that Putin's next term will most likely be his last. Valery Solovey, a professor at Moscow State Institute of International Relations, says this election is less about the future than it is about the end. Former Kremlin aide Gleb Pavlovsky says the Putin regime is entering its terminal phase. And since Russia has no orderly procedure for a succession, and if history is any guide, that means things are going to get very interesting in the coming years. Recall the twilight of Boris Yeltsin's presidency, which was marked by a vicious conflict between two factions of the elite, open rebellion in the regions, a war in the North Caucasus, and a series of very suspicious apartment bombings in Moscow and other cities. When Putin stood on the stage and addressed auto workers in Nizhny Novgorod this week, it raised the curtain on the final act of Putinism. So let the power games begin. Keep telling me what you think in the comments section, on the Power Vertical's Twitter feed, and on our Facebook page. I'm Brian Whitmore, and that was the Daily Vertical.